Hello and welcome back to the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel. It's Jess from This Crafty Heart, and today we'll be making another Christmas in July themed card using some of Kat's glitter mousses, the candy cane stencil, the small poinsettia dies, the snowflake sequins, and a cute little Christmas sentiment stamp set. So without any further ado, let's get into it. I have here an A2 size piece of Kat's Color Studio white cardstock. I've put a piece of low-tack tape over the center, which is where I'll stamp my sentiment later. This is my absolute favorite white cardstock because it's super smooth, it stands up to pastes and mousses and even a little bit of water, and it is a dream to ink blend on. Next, I'll tape my cardstock onto the back of my stencil and grab my glitter mousse. Right before I start applying my mousse, I notice that there's a little gap between the edges of my cardstock and my stencil. I don't want my glitter mousse to seep between the stencil and the paper, so I grab a surface that I can temporarily adhere my project and stencil to while still being able to move the surface around if I need to. Then I start spreading my glitter mousse. It's just the most perfect texture. It's soft like whipped cream, so it settles perfectly into small spaces like the ones on this candy cane stencil. But it's also not runny or drippy at all. It's just such an awesome product, and it's so pretty with so much glitter in it. Once I have my panel how I'd like it, I'll carefully remove my stencil from my background and go give my stencil and palette knife a quick wash in the sink. I'll wipe my surface clean with a baby wipe and put it away. While my mousse is still wet and pliable, I'll use my embellishment pickup and poker tool to carefully lift up an edge of my low-tack tape. Then I'll peel it off using my tweezers, throw the tape away, and set my background aside to dry fully. Now let's do some die cutting. I have here my Kat Scrappiness small poinsettia die set and my Kat's Color Studio Premium Smooth Bright White 120-pound cardstock. We will cut all of our flower pieces out of this cardstock because we're going to be doing some ink blending on these. From our poinsettia die set, we'll want to cut one of this set of 2 leaves. We'll want to cut 2 of this. We'll call this flower A. We'll cut 3 of these. We'll call this flower B. We'll cut 2 of these, we'll call this flower C, and 1 of this, which will be flower D. Now I know this makes no sense at all, but I promise it will make sense once we start actually assembling the flowers. Now it's time for some ink blending. I'll start with the flower centers, and I'll be using mustard seed distress ink. Since they're so small, I've set them on a silicone mat just to kind of keep them in place while I blend. I'll be using my Kat Scrappiness blending brushes for all of my ink blending today, and not to toot my own horn, but just wait until you see how gorgeous all of this turns out. Next, I'll gather up the pieces that I'll be using for leaves, which will be the single set of 2 leaves, 1 of the flower A pieces, and 1 of the flower B pieces. I'll ink blend them first with Twisted Citron ink. And now I'll come in with Rustic Wilderness Distress ink. I'm not sure yet how many leaves I'll want for my smaller flowers, so I'll go ahead and ink blend all of flower piece A and all of flower piece B. That way I've got options. I'll clean my work surface and bring in worn lipstick for the first layer of color on all of my flowers. Since I'll only be using 2 colors for all of these flowers and I want them to all look a little bit different from each other, I'll kind of vary the amount of ink that I put down on each flower. Then I'll come back in with the lumberjack plaid to add more dimension, again varying the amount of color that I put down on each flower. Once I'm done with my ink blending, I'll put some clean water on my glass mat and use a fan brush to splatter that water over my poinsettia pieces. It's subtle, like really, really subtle, so I decided to go a little bit bolder and add a few little half spritzes of water from my water bottle. I'll let it sit for just a second, and then I'll pick up the water and the color that it's lifting from all of my pieces by pressing down my flour sack cloth flat on all of my flower pieces. I want my poinsettias to look a little bit frosty, so I'll grab my sparkling snow rainbow glitter mousse. I've been using mine like crazy, so it's a little bit low, but if yours has more in it, you can just kind of dip the edges of your leaves and flowers into it. Or you can use a tool that will work. In this case, I'm using a soft silicone spreader spatula thing to sort of pat the mousse on, and then I'll set it aside to dry. While that dries, I'll stamp my sentiment onto my area that I had masked when I applied my red glitter mousse. This sentiment is from Kat's Sentiment Shop and it's called Christmas Greetings. I love this set because it has beautiful sentiments for both the front and the inside of your card. I'll stamp the sentiment twice using VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink. My frosty glitter mousse is mostly dry now, so I'll grab my poinsettia pieces and start assembling them. For my card, the set of 2 leaves will go with 1 red piece of flower A and 1 red piece of flower B to make a 2-layer flower. I'll glue those together and set them aside. For my next flower, the green flower A piece will become the leaves. The layers of this flower will be 1 red piece of flower B and 1 red piece of flower C. I'll set the red flower pieces on top of the green flower A piece to get an idea of how many leaves I want to keep. I decide to keep 2 leaves for now, so I trim off the remaining leaves and leave a little circle in the middle to glue my flowers onto. For my final flower, green flower piece B will be the leaves. 1 red flower C piece and the flower D piece will be the layers of this flower. I decide to keep 2 leaves, again trimming the extra leaves and leaving a little circle in the middle to glue my flower onto. Finally, I'll glue my yellow flower centers onto the center of each flower. I have another piece of Kat's white cardstock that I'll trim down to 4 inches by 5¼ inches. Then I'll trim my candy cane piece down to 3 7/8 inches by 5 1/8, so I'll have a nice 1/16 inch border around my candy cane piece. I'll use my lumberjack plaid ink to ink blend the edge of that white cardstock. Then I'll adhere my candy cane cardstock to it and put a heavy block on it while the glue dries a bit. I have a side folding A2 size card base that I'll use my bone folder to burnish, then I'll start assembling my card. I'll begin by gluing my red blended piece with my candy cane piece onto my card base. Then I'll figure out where I want my poinsettias to go. And once I've determined that, I'll glue them down. To finish my card, I'll add a single snowflake sequin from Kat Scrappiness to the middle of each flower. And that's it. Are you in the Christmas spirit yet? I definitely am. In fact, is it too early to put up my Christmas tree? Thank you, as always, so much for watching today. I appreciate that you've shared some of your day with me, and I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have. Please be sure to like this video, drop a comment below, and subscribe to the Kat Scrappiness YouTube channel for lots more crafty inspiration.